Okay, so we got through all the Superman movies, all the live action Superman movies. Now we're about to get started with Batman side, all the live action Batman movies. Now, this review will be my very first movie theater experience ever in life. The very first movie I've ever saw in the theaters was Batman, Tim Burton's Batman. I was 5 years old at the time. It was like months and months before my sixth birthday. Um, it was pretty freaking awesome, and it was interesting because this wasn't a character development or an origin story. Batman's origin. This was like Joker's origin story. This movie should have been called, Batman, the joke, the origins of the Joker, because that's what this is. This is the origins of the Joker, and everybody was casted pretty damn good, and I did not know this because I was way too young. I didn't know that people were pissed off about Michael Keaton being Batman at the time when they heard he was, casted as Batman. People were really, really, like pissed off, like, oh my god, he's a comedian. What? I mean, like, what good is he gonna do? I mean, da 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 da. And and then he shut them up with his phenomenal performance as the Dark Knight. And there was that one point. I mean, come on, there was always that one point where we didn't know, the superhero and the alter ego was the same person, and that was this movie for me because I only knew Batman, as the character, like with the suit, with the cowl and the suit on. I didn't really get to know, to get deeper into the Batman, mythos. So this is my first crack at it. So I didn't know Batman and Bruce Wayne were the same person, going into this movie. I was just like, oh, okay, Batman's probably taking a nap or whatever whenever Bruce Wayne was on the screen. So Michael Keaton did a good job fooling me, like for a good while in that movie. Until, as the movie went on, you're like, oh, okay, so he's Batman. Okay. So that's my first time knowing that, Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same person watching this movie. I was 5 years old, so don't fucking judge me. And yeah, like I said, it was interesting, but part of me as a kid was a little bummed because I kind of wanted it to be Batman's origin story. But I mean, I still loved the movie. I still loved it. I mean, I don't know. I cannot count how many times I watched this movie. I mean, when I had the VHS, yeah, I said VHS, video cassette. After after it, was released on video, I can't count how many times I watched that fucking movie. I mean, it was just fucking great to me. And and it was, and I love Tim Burton's take on it. And I love how grounded, how how it was made to appeal, adults, and and it's, of course, it's going to attract, a younger audience. I mean, it attracted me. I mean, I fucking loved the movie, and my friends loved it. I mean, we all watched it like religiously, like when we were kids, and and I also love that, how they randomly play Prince songs, in between scenes. Like one scene, they're playing it here, or they have the Joker jamming to Prince. That's what it is. Like where 1 minute, Joker's jamming to Prince while he's fucking up a painting in museum, and then the next thing you know, he's interfering in on a parade, or he's starting a parade, jamming the Prince music, throwing money everywhere. That was, I mean, those scenes always stuck out to me like a sore thumb. And uh and I mean, like, my gosh, I mean, this movie was great. I mean, this movie made me a Batman fan. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like Batman, but I wasn't really that familiar with him until I saw this movie, and then I'm like, yeah, Batman's the shit. And but here's the thing. Batman killed two people in this movie. If I'm not mistaken. He killed the Joker's henchman, the guy that kept beating the fuck out of him when they were going into the church tower, and he was chasing the Joker and Vicky Vale, and like in the tower, he's going up these flight of stairs, and then this guy comes in and interferes with with his attempts, to save Vicky Vale. and then he's just getting his ass handed to him. I mean, this dude's beating the fuck out of Batman, and then right at the end of the battle, you think this guy knocked him. You know, it looks like the guy killed Batman. He knocked him off the they're at the very top, and it was like he knocked him deep down below, like all those flights of stairs down the floor, like just deep down there. You're thinking that did he kill him? Did he kill him? And then all of a sudden, Batman has his legs up in the air, and he grabs him by the head, and then he knocks his head into the bell, and then he sends him falling to his death. Yep, Batman did that. And also, Batman killed the Joker. You know, like when the Joker tried to kill them, he pulled them down off the building when they're hanging on the ledge, they're hanging on the edge. And then Joker's making his getaway, and Batman shoots his grappling gun around his leg, and then it hits a statue, he starts to pull him off the ladder, and then it sends him falling to his death. Like, Batman has killed. For those of you who are like, oh man, Superman killed, Batman never killed anyone. Like, there you go. I just laid down the facts for you. In your face, Bat fans. I mean, I'm not saying these characters he killed did not deserve it, but I'm just saying Batman has killed before. And there you go. And at first I didn't think I didn't have a big issue with Michael Keaton. I just didn't. That's not who I pictured as Bruce Wayne, you know, like. But that was just me. But I will say, like, in Batman Returns, I'll just say this: I thought he did a much better job at portraying the Bruce Wayne side of the character in that movie. He seemed like he was much more comfortable in the role. You know, this time I'm not saying he looked uncomfortable like before, but I just felt like he did a much better job in Batman Returns. So, with that all being said, Batman gets 5 out of 5 chair spins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby. So, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this movie, and what did you think? What did you like? What were your pros and cons of this movie? Let me know in the comments section. So, if you enjoyed my review of this movie, thumb up the video. Make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.